Just look around. Self-driving car prototypes. Talks about colonizing Mars. Cryptocurrencies in circulation around the world. Science fiction? Not anymore. The future is now. It's amazing, but one thing is certain: progress never ends. Technology tomorrow will be more amazing than today. That's why we headed over to Twitter HQ in San Francisco to attend an event titled The Future of Tech. But what to expect at an event dedicated to the future of technology? How about a science fiction-y mono gyro skateboard? Sure. How about some tasty but not that futuristic food? Maybe. But a pop star performing live with an old school guitar? No way! There were lots of unique and interesting people at the Future of Tech event. Why did they come?
The intention for all these people to be here is to discuss where the world at large is heading.
This event is really bringing some of the top thinkers in the tech world together in all these different disciplines, really talking about the future of tech, but also the hope that it's bringing. You know, a lot of people are discouraged about technology, that it could take jobs, that it's causing a lot of bad communities to build, but I think this is talking about, Margot, how to harness the hope that technology brings us.
It was like making a place for heroes of mine to talk about having vision and driving towards solutions to using technology to make the world a better place.
Let's talk a little about vision. Technology is evolving and improving with a blink of the eye. The wild dreams of science fiction writers yesterday have become reality today. But the main question we ask ourselves is, how will technology impact our lives tomorrow? That's what we asked speakers and guests of the event.
Absolutely autonomous vehicles. It's changing the way we work, especially in the U.S. Cars have been so important to us, and now with autonomous vehicles that drive themselves, it's going to change the world. And people don't understand that autonomous vehicles take about 4,000 integrated software applications to make them work. And it's going to just be an unbelievable boom for technology companies that are writing software. So I think that's the biggest thing going on right now, even bigger than artificial intelligence. Huge. It's disruptive. I'm not a blockchain expert, but what I understand about it, its capability to change some fundamental industries that we have, especially the payment industry and finance industry, is apocalyptic. It's huge.
When contact lenses have augmented reality, virtual reality, and they also help you actually see clearly, like I'm nearsighted, so I have to wear glasses, like this is so I can see, and then they get dark outside. When contact lenses can get dark outside, when contact lenses can communicate with your phone, when contact lenses can go close like a binocular, and they can take pictures and they can take videos and they can automatically upload to the cloud, when that happens, 3 years, 15 years from now, that's going to be very, very, very special. It will augment our life in a profound way. I'm pretty excited about that.
Teleportation, that would be amazing, literally just to like, whoop, eliminate everything. I don't even know if that's possible. And we've seen that over the last decade, really exponentially more, turning the impossible into possible.
Well, I think Ray Kurzweil at Google has pretty much summed it up. It's the singularity of biology and computer science coming together. I think he said 2044, 2045, human beings will need to decide how long they want to live. We'll be injecting, I won't be doing it, but people will have the opportunity to inject nanorobotics, which will be rebuilding cells, so you could literally live forever. That's probably going to be the biggest crisis. I'll be 95, so maybe I'll make it.
Teleportation, AR, blockchain, self-driving cars. Wow! That is the technology of the future, for sure. But of all this new stuff that's coming, we believe that one of the biggest tech revolutions is going to be artificial intelligence, AI.
I think when we're really focusing and diving into AI, I think that as we go down this road of artificial intelligence, that things that were so common to us are going to be all run on AI. And Rachel mentioned it in her talk earlier about having an AI-powered hotel where you can shift the structure of the room with a push of a button.
The biggest tech revolution, I guess, probably artificial intelligence as it gets more and more sophisticated.
However, even though some people think AI will benefit humanity, others see danger lurking ahead.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit when, like, I'm talking to you about, let's say I want to buy a car. Like, let's talk about Jeeps. And then I go on my phone and there's an ad for a Jeep because it just heard me say it. Things like that kind of freak me out a little bit.
Terminator wanting to and Lawnmower Man and see where it could head. 2 topics are going to be talked about the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. So, I'm sure people are thinking like, oh my God, it's turning into a Skynet. It's going to devour us. This technology is going to get really smart at some point and then we're toast. So I'm sure developers keeping that in mind. So I don't think, it's going to be like going to get out of hand, but definitely can.
I think we will be enslaved by computers unless we reconcile a relationship with artificial intelligence. I think they will take over the human race, and I do believe that. And that sounds like crazy, out of sci-fi, but it's coming very, very quickly. Well, they will control our water, our food, our transportation, our electricity, our cell phones. They're going to control everything. They control our healthcare systems. They'll have the ability to turn robots on and off. They'll be able to control everything about our lifestyle. If we don't reconcile as the human race our relationship with artificial intelligence, we're just creating a gigantic mess for ourselves. We're also facing a situation, we talked about this, about 20, 30, 40, 50 million Americans being out of work. And how are we going to deal with that?
AI rising against humanity, bringing civilization to an end? Sounds not that realistic. But AI stealing our jobs? That seems very real.
It's going to create a very huge polarity because, the intention for artificial technology is to free up as much time as possible. But the only people who would be able to enjoy that time would be people on the extreme end of financial wealth.
It's going to take jobs. Right now, even one person can farm enough food to feed 1,000. So we need our governmental leaders to look at ways of creating new jobs that need to be done that computers cannot do. Maybe raising the bar in areas that can create and foster new innovation and new participation by the workers worldwide.
Some jobs, but hopefully it will still jobs that are lower paying, things that are monotonous, that humans have been doing that shouldn't be doing them. So I think there's going to be better jobs. It's going to still the low-end jobs, but there'll be better jobs for humans. We have to relearn some stuff. If you were working at a coffee shop, you're going to have to continue to train to do higher order type activities.
Yeah, sounds scary, but aren't we unreasonably pessimistic about losing jobs because of AI? And if or when it happens, will it really be that bad?
But I think that the future of work is changing, so we have new roles. So you need somebody to, let's just take like a driverless truck.
I feel like losing jobs is not a bad thing, because losing jobs to a machine means it's not something that a human should do. Like, the fact is, we are not supposed to be typing. We are not supposed to be driving. We are not supposed to be like using a kitchen. Like, these are things that we learned how to do. And when we remove those jobs, we get to go back to being creative, being entrepreneurial, training, educating. There's all sorts of things that we can do instead. For me, I'm not worried about job loss. I'm excited about people coming back and being more human.
In other words, AI is not our enemy. Fear is.
Living in San Francisco every single day, living in fear, wondering if there's going to be an earthquake. Well, yeah, you also might get hit by a car. I mean, there's all these things that can happen. But if you're going to allow yourself to be ran by that, that's not a way to live. That's living literally in fear. Fear is running your life, and that's false evidence. And people buy into that. So with technology, you have the opportunity to be able to expand that as big as you want. No ceiling at all. You can go build online courses and brands and blogs and vlogs and video, and literally tell your story.
Some people are frightened by inventions that steal legacy jobs. What they don't notice, however, is that the same thing has been done in the past by previous innovations. And much of it is already being done by technologies we're already using today.
I think it's dangerous because it takes away the eye contact. And a lot of times, even when I'm talking to people in my generation, it's like we're like talking like this, and like I'm half on my phone and I'm like half kind of talking to you and maybe look up for a second, but it's like it takes away the light. People have become like more impatient because we have everything at our fingertips. So if something doesn't go our way or our flight is delayed, it's like, it's massive, like, no. So I think that's one thing that's like, a little scary.
But even more important, technology, future, modern, or ancient, is never at fault. Everything is in our own hands. And by everything, I mean more than just smartphones.
That we should be in charge of our technology and not let our technology control us.
It's a power. You can use power for good, you can use it for bad. We all have the opportunity. You can make really amazing life-giving work. You can make really amazing life-taking work.
At any rate, whether we want it or not, technology will continue progressing. If we do things right, it can improve our lives in all respects, physically, educationally, and even spiritually.
It's a big, structured machine that can't change and can't keep up with the rate of change of learning and business and what's happening. Let me ask you guys a question. How many people went to school? And everybody raised it, all hundreds of people raised their hands. Said, how many people feel you got what you paid for? Only about 4 hands went up, and then they pulled their hands down. If it doesn't change, we're going to see people like around here creating little niche learning communities, little niche companies, like the software boot camps that have popped up. I'm predicting those are going to pop up for things other than tech, like there are jobs, 50,000 jobs open for front desk people at Marriott. They can't get those people. They can't train them.
They rescue women from sex trafficking, and they give them a skill to code so that they can get a higher paying job. That's helping the world.
Anybody in this world that's trying to build not just their brand, but them as a person and leveraging their story, is technology is an awesome opportunity for us to be able to scale that out to the world. And most people are very, very quiet and shutting their mouth because they don't want to be found out, they don't want to be heard, and they're afraid of what people might think of if they're authentic and genuine. Today I just wanted to highlight and encourage everybody that every single day that goes by that you are not sharing your story, that you're not leveraging creativity and technology to do it, is another day wasted where you could be helping somebody else's life. You realize that. It's like, so the more you don't talk about who you are and what you're about and sharing that, there's another day you're missing out on helping somebody else get through life.
Technology is a tool. It's how we use it that counts. And that depends on us. What do you think? Will innovation turn the future into a utopia or a dystopia? Can we look forward to a world of wonders? Or is a grim techno-apocalypse in our future?
I'm Louisa Wendorf. I'm a pop artist.
Noah Elias,
Michael Clifford,
Ryan Collins.
Ian Utility
for
Wow.
Tech Now.
Share your opinion in the comments section and hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the new ones. See you soon.